just a moment, I'll introduce Christina Lent from the Beaverton Valley Times. But let's take a moment to hear from the Beaverton Valley Times media table sponsor, Schultz Properties.
Newsmaker's media table sponsors help make possible our partnership with local media to honor our heroes whose stories we recognize this evening. Marilyn Schultz, currently serving as Secretary of State, has been actively supporting Rosarian activities since her 13 years ago. Marilyn, after retiring from teaching, small business ownership, race car driving, and politics, currently manages her properties, Schultz Properties. A Newsmaker's thank you to our own Marilyn Schultz. This has been a Royal Rosarian Newsmaker's presentation.
And now from the Beaverton Valley Times, welcome Christina Lent.
Thank you so much for having us tonight. It's my sincere honor tonight to pay tribute to the life and service of a true American hero, someone who made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation. Private First Class Andrew Keller was 22 years old when he was killed in action August 15, 2012, during an enemy attack in Afghanistan. The Tiger soldier was serving with the 173rd Airborne Brigade Combat Team when enemy forces attacked the unit he was leading with small arms fire. As news of his death spread, friends created a patriotic memorial that continued to grow at the roundabout just down the street from his Tiger home. Friends, former teachers and coaches at Southridge High School, and even those who never met Andrew, immediately mobilized to support the people dearest to him. Andrew's parents, Jeff and Kim, his younger brother Derek, and his fiancée Marissa Jones. Both the Keller and Jones families were flooded with flowers, stories, photos, and kind words of support. Andrew's father told me just days after his eldest son's death that his family was overwhelmed with the outpouring of kindness from the Beaverton and Tiger communities. We had no idea the amount of love, respect, and admiration people had for our son, he said. Marissa told me hearing all the stories of how he impacted people got her through her darkest hours of grief. Andrew was a hero in so many ways, she said, and made a difference in people's lives. They were going to push themselves and start living for a purpose because of him. Even as hundreds were gathering to mourn the loss of the 2008 Southridge graduate, neighbors launched a community campaign on Facebook to name the Southridge Athletic Stadium after Andrew, who served as team captain of the Skyhawk football team and was voted most valuable player by his teammates. As first hundreds, then thousands, joined the Andrew Keller Memorial Field cause, the Skyhawk football team and Southridge community hosted a tribute of their own, while also raising money for the Wounded Warrior Project that offers support to injured veterans. The team officially retired the number 13 jersey that both Andrew and his brother Derek wore, the same number Andrew wore when he continued playing even after dislocating several fingers. It was also the jersey he wore when he dislocated his shoulder, sat out a couple plays, and then pushed through the pain to help clinch the victory that sent Southridge to state his junior year. Whether it was standing up for the underdogs in the hallways of his school or inspiring his teammates on the field, Andrew was a natural leader. He made a difference in people's lives and inspired the community to appeal to the Beaverton School Board to change a policy that prohibits naming school facilities in memory of deceased students and staff. His father told me, Andrew just had a way about him and an amazing ability to bring people together. People gravitated to him, and they still do. Marissa, who was Andrew's 8th grade sweetheart, said, people were always drawn to Andrew because he was so kind and nice to everyone. He had a humble, caring personality and easily made friends with every type of person. Those qualities, along with his athleticism, passion for life, and drive, suited him well as he enlisted in the U.S. Army. Andrew struggled after high school to figure out what he wanted to do when another shoulder injury robbed him of his dream of playing college football. It was his decision to serve his country in the military that helped Andrew find a new purpose. Within weeks of his assignment in August 2011 at his duty station in Italy, Andrew was named Soldier of the Month. By the time his team was deployed to Afghanistan last July, Andrew had earned the respect of his sergeants and was named team leader of his unit over other soldiers who outranked him. To see him succeed how he did in the Army was so amazing to watch, Marissa said. He was so happy and full of life. He needed the Army because one thing he excelled at was being a leader. He liked the structure, having a team and a goal, and feeling like he was accomplishing something important. Andrew was proud of his service and proud of the men and women he served with. He shared a bond with his Army family, the same feeling of loyalty, protectiveness, friendship, and care Andrew had for his brother Derek. His death hit troops hard. Army Sergeant Sean Jameson wrote from Afghanistan, where he is serving on his second deployment. This is what he said. I served with Andrew honorably on many missions in the short time in Afghanistan, under extreme circumstances, the kind that the everyday person can't handle. Andrew never once backed down or found any of the million reasons to do so. A truly great soldier who fought gallantly for our freedoms and fell at the hands of the enemy, protecting those freedoms and his fellow soldiers who were out there with him. Every day, his loss is felt by those who are still here, alive fighting for the same things he was. Every day we pray for him and his family, and every day he is honored by us by doing the hard right over the easy wrongs as he always did. Even as a private, he was inspiring to those who were far more seasoned soldiers than he was, including myself. This is not just an ordinary man or a soldier. This was a gifted individual who had a great future ahead of him, military or civilian. Andrew left a lasting legacy of service and sacrifice, one the community wants to honor with a prominent memorial that will inspire future leaders. Marcus Reeves, who was a year older than Andrew and an Operation Enduring Freedom veteran, hopes the district will allow their alma mater to name the field after Andrew. He wrote, "Years from now, when the war is over, a boy in a Southridge youth football jersey can look up during a game and see Andrew Keller Memorial Field stamped on the press box. Who is Andrew Keller? He'll ask aloud. I hope I'm there, so I can say, let me tell you his story. Dedicating the field will give those he fought and died for the privilege of knowing him." Andrew was someone who gave everything he had to help other people. He treated people with honor and respect. On behalf of the grateful community, it is my honor to present a 2012 Newsmaker of the Year Award to Andrew Keller. Please join me in welcoming his family to the stage to accept this award on his behalf.
Thank you. Intense grief, incredible pride are two crazy emotions when they're by themselves. When you put them together, they can be overwhelming. These last 5 months have been a whirlwind of sorrow and pain, of smiles and laughter, and work, sadness and pain. I just want to say thank you first to the Royal Rosarians. Thank you to our family and friends. Thank you to Christina. That's one thing that we've all come to understand since Andrew died, is that we have made lifelong friends out of people that were strangers to us before Andrew died. And I want to say thank you again to Christina, who has become a lifelong friend. There are so many of you out there we would like to thank, but thank you for being there and supporting and loving our family and our son. Thank you.
I would like to present to the Keller family the award for your son. Thank you for his service to the community and for his sacrifice to our country.